Really?
The one that I saw that I wanted to pop up that might have a little bit of local interest was last night. I saw that the Charlotte Hornets are potentially willing to give up Terry Rozier to the New York Knicks, along with former Cat Malik Monk, for former Cat Julius Randle and Dennis Smith Jr., which I thought was an interesting one.
Do you think Julius Randle knows who Michael Avenatti is?
I would say that he probably does.
Fair enough.
But does it matter anymore? No.
See, that's a good.
him.
That's a great point. Actually, that is the denouement of what we're going to talk about today. Thank you, Texter, for reminding me that the buzzer note. Lily, even when you're not at work, your job is to let me know at 10 o'clock if the YouTube channel's buzzing.
And let's be clear,
text.
we're not going to talk about the Nike stuff the whole time. I just didn't want everybody to leave. Because the way you made that sound was like, our whole conversation today is about the Nike stuff. And I think 95% of our audience is Steve Rummage, where it's like, oh, cool. Well, let me see what Locke's got to say.
Why would you do that? Why would you set it up like that, Steve?
I just think I'm sorry. Listen, I got my ear to the streets, man.
Click on this top line.
Okay. You want to read what they said last time?
Last text. Oh. So, yeah, again, a little bit of breaking news coming out of the Nike conversation. Later on, we talked about this moment in the season. We're going to discuss when I make the transition, or when we all make the transition on tournament bracketology, who I want to play versus the teams I don't want to play. There's a difference. When you feel like you have a shot, and early on in the year when you're like, okay, I want to be in this region and I want to be in that region. But now, when you see yesterday's attempted bracketology, you start saying, okay, there's only 3 teams I don't want to run into.
Right.
Everybody else, I don't care.
Right.
We're going to build the team. Yeah. We're going to figure out who don't we want to play versus who you want to play a little later on.
Fair enough.
I'm going to reach out to Coach Davenport for a little bit of advice moving forward. So we got some conversations to come up. 8150-939 or 815-0939-3831-939 is the text line. But people, allow me to just cleanse my palate with this conversation.
I like it.
Feel free to jump in. Feel free to hit us with the again, the YouTube channel's up and running. Feel free to hit us with the quick comment. Like I said, this you don't necessarily have to care or go down this rabbit hole like I do. But I feel like if I don't bring this into your awareness, you're always going to be you're going to be uninformed. Okay? And I want you to also know where I come from. Like when I tell you this is what's going on, or when Steve tells you this is how it's going to play out, you can say, okay, these are little moments where if you didn't see it happen, you wouldn't know why we say what we say. With that being said, Brian Hall, did you happen to read any of the testimony that came out of the Avenatti trial from yesterday?
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces. So, you basically, if something came across your wall, you read the title. And,
pretty much.
And pretty much had
pretty much exactly how it
was. Okay. Would it be fair to say Brian represents the people on that one?
Sure.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Okay, so most people saw this. Nike consultant testifies players were paid. Shoe company lawyer doesn't deny it. That is such a opening, nothing to see here. I'm going to give you a bombshell, and then I'm going to wrap up the sentence with company doesn't deny it. Right? Mm-hmm. So when you see that, it's like, so it must not be much to this.
Right.
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 And that title says, well, I'm aware that it happened, but I don't know anything about it. That's what that sounds like, right?
Absolutely.
To be a bombshell story, to use that title is like, okay. Now everybody sit back and relax and enjoy some reading. Nike continues to be linked to the dark underbelly. They were at the forefront of the dark. You control college basketball up until the University of Louisville and Adidas did their major deal. Would it be fair to say that was the biggest shot across the bow of the power structure of college sports?
Yeah, it's fair.
Nike continues to be linked to the dark underbelly. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give credit. Sorry, Adam Zagoria. Sorry, the News and Observer. Sorry about that, people. Linked to the underbelly recruiting trial of attorney Michael Avenatti. Monday, the fourth day of trial. So keep in mind, this is news has been breaking. Testimony has been happening for 4 days. Can you believe Monday is the fourth day of the trial? So you started.
I can.
You started on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Actually, Friday. You started on a Friday. You started trial on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm curious. Is that a big "who cares" written on your thing?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. Monday, the fourth day of trial, a business consultant testifies that the swoosh directed payments to the family and handlers
Right.
of high school basketball players, and the Nike attorney did not deny the company had made payments to players.
Sounds pretty damning.
I've never told the government there was no evidence of Nike making payments to players. Nike attorney Scott Wilson testifies Monday. Wilson had testified that there's an ongoing investigation by Nike by the Securities and Exchange Commission, and that Nike's internal investigation of corrupt payments to grassroots basketball players was still ongoing. After Wilson conducted his testimony, consultant Jeff Auerbach of the Los Angeles-based firm Bedford Consulting testifies that Nike directed Gary Franklin, the longtime director of Nike-sponsored Cal Supreme AAU basketball program, to make payments to the families and handlers of DeAndre Ayton, Bol Bol, and Brandon McCoy, including $10,000 cash payments to Ayton's mother on June 29th, 2016.
That's a shame.
Gary had been directed to make cash payments to several players' families. Auerbach's Franklin friends and advisor testified. Auerbach testified that Franklin was also directed to falsify records and, quote, redirect wire payments and forward them to players' handlers. Auerbach specifically identified payments of $10,000 made in 2016 to DeAndre Ayton while her son was still in high school and a high-profile player on Cal Supreme. Ayton later enrolled at Hillcrest Prep in Arizona. He's a one and done. The player at Arizona, under coach and current coach, Sean Miller, who was an assistant in North Carolina State from 96 to 2001. Number one pick in 2018 draft. Ayton now plays for the Phoenix Suns. Ball went to Friendly Prep before playing at Oregon for 1 year for Coach Dana Altman. Who is Dana Altman coach for now?
Oregon.
He was taken in the second round of 2019 NBA draft by the Miami Heat. McCoy played for UNLV for 1 season for Coach Marvin Menzies before heading off to the NBA. Falsified Nike invoice shows payments to handlers, families. On Monday afternoon, Avenatti's defense team presented a falsified invoice to Nike EYBL Elite Youth Basketball League from Cal Supreme, dated June 20, 2016. It details the payments to the handlers and families of Ayton McCoy. This is how the payments broke down. $28,000 bank wire payment to Melvin McDonald, DeAndre's handler. $30,000 to McDonald. $15,000 to AAU coach Sean Manning.
Texter 642. Right. 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 That's why
Because
I'm
that's
just like-
all we want. That's all. Yeah, you're right.
That's why I'm making lunch plans.
15,000.
Oh yeah. Also, Texter. Perfect.
Say it out loud.
Do what?
Say it. Say it. What
Oh,
it
they
say?
said get to the Kentucky, Duke, or North Carolina part.
Oh, yeah.
They're waiting on that.
AAU coach Sean Manning, handler. 10,000 to the mom, Andre Aiden. 5,000 for traveling expenses related to the Aiden family. 10,000 cash to Andre Aiden again. $10,000 check to Sean Manning, McCoy's handler. 2,500 to Manning. This is one player. This is one
Yeah.
player.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. Texter, I'll shoot you a message when he's done. Just let him clean his palate right now.
I listen.
I know.
I asked for this.
No, he did. Yeah. No, we've already spoke about
okay,
this.
so
This
I'm not out of line.
No. I think it's worth reading.
Paying players in high school or college is not consistent with the NCAA's amateurism rule. No shike, Sherlock. Can result in listen to this sentence. Paying players in high school or college is not consistent with the NCAA's amateurism rules and can result in penalties by the NCAA, including missing games, or in some cases being declared ineligible for college basketball. The 7'8" never missed any time of college as a result of these allegations. Documents were shown to the jury, the $10,000 worth of withdrawals from Cal Springs bank account, and then paid to Andrea Ayton. Auerbach testifies, asked the government if there were any explanations given as to what the payments were for. Auerbach testified, no. Nike's sponsorship of Cal Supreme and corporate bullying is the next section. Auerbach testified that Nike's employees, Carlton DeBose and Jamal James, directed Franklin on Nike's behalf to make these payments, falsify records, and redirect wire payments. He testified Franklin had enjoyed a successful 15-year relationship with Nike and included annual sponsorships of Cal Supreme, which is officially worth $72,000 and $79,000 depending on what year, but was actually worth about $192,000 a year because of all the product and how it was tallied. Auerbach said Nike provided Cal Supreme players with sneakers, backpacks, shoes, sweatsuits, and other products as customary for Nike sponsorship of the 40 teams in the prestigious Nike Elite Youth Basketball League. Text messages between Franklin and DeBose were again shown to the jury, in which DeBose asked Franklin to travel to Phoenix. Auerbach testified the purpose of the trip was to pay Ayton's mother. This is just one. This is just one. Avenatti's defense team. Okay, I can get through that. That's just repeating the same thing. Auerbach testified March 19th. He contacted Avenatti on Franklin's behalf. Franklin felt coerced by DeBose and James. Both men still work at Nike today, Wilson testified. Franklin was under a lot of stress and had endured some corporate bullying. Auerbach testified of the Nike culture. Auerbach testified he had a prior relationship with the Nike chairman, Phil Knight, as well as John Slusher, who oversees all of Nike's global sports marketing efforts, managing relationships with Nike's top athletes, teams, leagues, and federation partners. Hiring Michael Avenatti, blah, blah, blah. He's the perfect guy because how he handled the other business. Franklin went to Avenatti, helped maintain a relationship. Franklin wanted Avenatti to help him maintain his relationship with Nike, with whom Auerbach said he had no problem, while getting rid of DeBose and James, who Franklin viewed as bad actors. Gary, okay, that's crappy stuff. And then big dismount. On Friday, Judge Paul G. There's a judge listening to this stuff. He did not intend for the trial. Think about this.
I don't know why you get yourself so worked up over this.
On Friday, Judge Paul G. Gardeffi said he did not intend for the trial to explore whether Nike has been involved in corrupt payments. We are going to pursue a broad exploration of whether Nike was involved in corruption in amateur athletics because Nike is not on trial here. Have told defense attorneys when the jury was present. This latest trial listen to this dismount. The latest trial follows the Adidas trial that led to the convictions on wire fraud, which is what we just heard explained, falsified documents, and all that stuff. In October 2018, as former Adidas executive James Gatto and would-be agent Christian Dawkins and Adidas consultant Merle Cove for funding illegal payments to families of recruits in exchange for so now the Adidas is in exchange for them attending university. Look, because the Nike, you weren't trying to coerce people to go to Nike schools, but with the Adidas, people are going to jail for coercing kids to attend the Adidas schools. And keep in mind, that was the shortest FBI investigation you ever saw in your life. The guy working for the FBI was using FBI funds to get drunk and gamble. That was the quickest, sloppiest investigation you ever seen in your life.
Yep.
Dismount, Hossein Auerbach was continuing to testify later Monday, while Franklin is also expected to stay. I'm sorry. I missed the good part. Adidas consultant Merle Cole for funding illegal payments to the families recruits in exchange for attending Adidas schools. Guess what school gets named the first?
I would say Louisville.
Louisville.
Listen. That was all nice. You want me to read you something really quick, which you could have just read? According to multiple sources, 2 of the men charged by the feds were in Louisville as recently as September 16th or 17th. This article's from 2017. I just wanted that to be clear. AAU coach Brad Augustine and former aspiring agent Christian Dawkins, both arrested last week in 2017, were with a prospect identified by the feds as Player 11. Yahoo Sports says that Player 11 is 7-footer Balsa Cope Rivica of Windmere, Florida Academy. Okay. States that plans were being made in July to funnel $150,000 in Adidas money to ensure that Balsa goes to school. You read down, it says a little. I just want to read this because this would be my quick dismount. Because of these payments from Dawkins to Player 11's family, who is Balsa, they were in violation of NCAA rules and illegal. Balsa played last night for Florida State. So everything you just read, you can take it and shove it. But that was nice. I'm glad you read that. So that was fun. Are we ready to talk bracketology now? Y'all ready to talk where we're going to be in the tournament? Or do we want to revisit how nobody other than Marcus Maben talked about Nike in the last 24 hours? I'm not saying locally. I'm saying nationally.
Did Drew Diener talk about this morning?
I have no idea. I didn't hear him. I'm not saying he didn't. It wasn't on the bottom line at ESPN because nobody cares, because nobody's getting in trouble. And the NCAA can do whatever they want.
Brian Hall.
And you need to focus on your 19-3 team.
I need you to do me a favor. This is sincere. Walk to the back and ask if I can borrow Drew for 60 seconds.
They're probably in a meeting. Sales meeting.
If they're here, that's fine. Because I'm going to hold Drew's feet to the fire right now. I'm going to ask him, does he work for Nike? I'm going to ask Drew on air, have you been paid off by Nike?
Fair enough.
They are in a meeting right now. Do you want me to grab him out of there?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Grab him out of the sales meeting?
If he can. No, Brian. Tell him immediately when he's done, can we borrow him for 60 seconds? Yes. If he didn't talk about Nike, I want to know why.
I don't.
Because
I don't care.
I want to know that this is not, he's not in on it too.
Fair enough.
You're not worried if Nike's paying off media?
No. I'm not. Not in the
He's
slightest.
going to come out after the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, not in the slightest bit. Am I worried about what they're doing with Nike? Because it doesn't matter. You're going to get in trouble.
How can you not care?
Because they're NCAA's. I just told you. They literally know that Boss's family took money, and he's playing for Florida State right now. What more do I need to care about? Like they're going to do whatever they want.
Is Texas Tech Nike?
No, they're Under Armour.
I was gonna say, did we have 3 losses to Nike schools?
I know. But they're Under Armour. It's like, yeah, whatever, cool. Do what y'all can do. If you're gonna punish us, you're gonna punish us. It doesn't change anything. Like I don't know. I'm like, yeah.
Are they gonna sacrifice Arizona?
Maybe. Like, you take one Nike school down, like Arizona. All right, cool. You can't call.
Is Oregon gonna get taken down?
No.
Not a chance.
No, not a chance. I mean, it's like this stuff is like not worth. It's like one of them things where it's like it's a silly problem to worry about.
But I just told you that Nike consultants testified that players were paid.
Cool, and I just told you can look around the NCAA and find people that have been named in all this stuff.
I just told you
multiple players.
I just told you the shoe company lawyer doesn't deny it.
Right, and the NCAA just told you that they have an informant that's confirming their stories. And you know what? If he says, you know what? Yeah, I think that Kenny Johnson thing's right. Well, yeah, but how do we prove that he met in an alley and paid him? No. Well, this guy said it was right. Level 1, sitting out 2 tournaments. Like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna cry.
It just doesn't. It doesn't matter. Does it matter that Teddy Valentine's running around here with a Nike ref shirt? No, doesn't matter. That you just got.
Why are you saying these things?
You
Steve?
got to do what you got to do. Like you just play. We're 19-3. We're doing good. We got a shot to win the championship. They're probably going to take you out of a couple tournaments in the next few years, and you deal with it, or
I can't believe
we'll all gather. Look, here's the thing. Here's the problem.
I'm gonna quit.
Here's the problem.
I'm gonna quit. I can't do
What
this.
are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? Everybody march to Indy.
I'm gonna quit. I can't do sports.
Go show up at the doorstep of Indianapolis and start pissing on the window until they do something.
You realize if we go to Indy, who we're gonna be looking at? The Kentucky athletic director.
I know, right. So I'm like, cool.
This was the most loserous segment I've ever done on radio.
I know. So now let's get back to my winning team.
In my entire life.
I know.
But let me go get some tissue first.
It's fair enough.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150 939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
Genesis Diamonds makes Valentine's more romantic than ever this year with a spectacular offer. Just spend as little as $199 on a fabulous piece of jewelry, and we'll give you fresh cut flowers, a box of chocolate, and a fabulous dinner absolutely free. This is an offer only Genesis Diamonds can make. Just buy any jewelry for $199 or more, and we'll give you some fresh cut flowers from Nan's and Craft Florists, a box of chocolates, and a gift card for her dinner at Louisville's exquisite French restaurant Brasserie Provence on Hurstbourne Parkway. Voted best dinner spot, and you're going to love the collection of affordable Valentine's gifts we've put together. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, all the gifts women love. Make Valentine's one to remember this year with one-stop shopping. Pick out that perfect gift at Genesis Diamonds. Spend as little as $199, and we'll give you the flowers, the chocolates, and the Brasserie Provence gift card at no charge. Our treat. Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's. Supplies limited. See store for details.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Mark Ennis here for Court Physical Therapy. There's something very exciting and innovative going on at Court. Court is now offering telemedicine. If you're experiencing pain and want to know if physical therapy or occupational therapy is right for you, you can now go to court.com to request a live video chat with a physical therapist to discuss your pain. And it's a complimentary service that's easy. Go to KORT.com to request a complimentary video chat or call 1-800-645-COURT to request a live video chat. Learn more about telemedicine at court.com. That's KORT.com.
Have you been in a car wreck? Insurance companies can be really tough to deal with on your own. I'm Sam Aguiar, and our team is here to help. We have been fortunate enough to represent thousands of people from Kentucky communities, and we would love to speak with you about your potential case. Our team loves what we do. The consultation for you is free, and we don't charge you anything unless we win the case for you. So come be a part of our team. Our phone number is easy, 502-888-8888. 502-888-8888.
Nate's Painting is a full-service painting contractor in Louisville, providing residential and commercial painting services in Kentuckiana. They provide commercial painting to a variety of clients, including stores, restaurants, gyms, plus much more. We guarantee our work will be done professionally and with the least amount of disruption as possible. Nate's Painting even painted the studios here at ESPN Louisville, so trust the experts we trust. Nate's Painting. Mention ESPN Louisville for 10% off. Get your free estimate today. Call 502-572-6658 or visit Nate's Painting website at LouisvilleResidentialPainters.com.
Somewhere out there, there's a man on a park bench eating his 500th PB&J. He has no idea Papa John's has new Papadillas that are way better than a boring sandwich. With Papa John's best meats, cheeses, and veggies hand-folded into a crispy flatbread crust. Someone better tell that man. Get a new Papadilla in 1 of 4 flavors for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ rating,
I don't know where we have one, though.
our reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold-filtered, cold-lagered, and cold-packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
We'll get him worked out when he comes in. They're on the phone with Chad. I mean, they got Chad on speaker, and they're all in there, so he'll probably be a few minutes.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150, 93.9. This is the number 93.9 is the station. People, thank you for helping me through my personal therapeutic session. I do for you, you do for me. This is how this relationship works. I'm listening.
All right, so we got a little update from Drew Diener. I just got a text. He said that I have a 10:40 call. Can I come on after at 11, or is that too late?
11 would be absolutely perfect. 11:03, yeah, 11:03, whatever. We will make sure we play out at the perfect time, and we will rejoin at the perfect time to make our. Tell them it's not going to be that difficult. Just going to find out if you work for the Feds or Nike. I just want to know that. I got to know that. Somebody, if you listen to the Drew Diener show this morning, tell me how much he talked about this Nike new stuff. And I know he follows Adam Zagoria, so don't tell me it didn't come across your page, unless it did and you just didn't hit it. Do you think he follows Adam Zagoria, Steve? No, don't answer that question. Let's get started.
Let's move on to our 19-3 team.
I know.
That's top 5 in the country.
I know. Okay, so here's the thing. I kind of laid the statement out there a little earlier that I the first 75% of my season.
Yes.
I look around. I try to find teams. Like I want to be in their bracket, or I want to be in here, this bracket, and that's the team I want to play. And when you see your San Diego State, you say, send me out west to go play San Diego State. I'll take them on. And then you're 19-3.
Yeah.
And then you start saying, well, who can beat this team?
Right.
And then I start thinking about, okay, let's think about my losses. Are they still the deficiencies that I had before?
Right.
My losses, how do I get better from just those? Because my wins, I don't feel like I stole any wins.
No.
Did we steal any wins?
I mean, the closest you could count is maybe Pittsburgh.
I thought we sacked up for that one.
Yeah. No, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree. I'm just saying, I mean, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Depends on what
nitpick.
I mean, because they hit the 3, they go up.
Okay, so Steve, there's 2 ways to do this. First of all, let me put the number out there, 8150-939 or 815-0939-3831-939. We're also on the YouTube channel at Made for the Ville. You go to that channel, you can see everything live. So, Steve, we have 3 losses. There's 2 ways we can do this. We can look at the losses we currently have, or we can build a team. We can look around what you know about, the scope of college basketball.
Sure.
And I want to put together what is the perfect teams that you don't want to play.
Mm-hmm.
You can name teams, you can name styles, you can name coaches, because I want to incorporate coaches, to this, because that's going to be important. I want you to incorporate pace.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to incorporate shooting. I want you to incorporate all the things that you spot on a team. You go, ugh, I don't want to do that one. Brian Hall, have you been listening at all? Okay, well, I will let you kind of kick it off just to kind of set the tone. What kind of teams do you least want to play? Teams, if you know this is the style team we're going to play, scare you the most? Like fast teams, slow teams, quick guards or tall big men, zone teams, veteran coaches. Just give me kind of a rundown of the perfect teams that would give you the most hesitation if they show up anywhere in your bracket.
Not talking about specific teams, just specific traits. I don't like how we match up against taller wings right now until Samuel Williamson is playing on a consistent basis.
Tall wings is one thing that scares you.
And I would say the big men don't scare me because I think Enoch and Williams will be able to handle most of the big men in the country. The guard play is a little bit worrisome for me, just in the sense that we've
kind of guards?
Kind of that rotating point guard with Darius Perry having a big game, and then the next game David Johnson has a big game, and then the next game Fresh has a big game.
Okay, so
to me, the fast guards kind of scare me.
Speedy guards, like speedy point guards or scoring guards?
I'd say more scoring guards probably.
So you're scared of speedy?
Because we can handle a little bit of speedy point guards because Darius Perry's, quick, Fresh isn't slow, David Johnson's, 6'5" point guard. We can handle the point guard position. I think the wing positions is the most I'm worried about because, Jordan Ward is great, but he's not an outstanding defender. And Williamson, I think, could be, but then after those two, you're looking at 6'2" wings. And so that's what scares me a little bit. Also, one other thing.
Speed.
A little bit of a tall, athletic 4 scares me because he doesn't match up well with Dwayne.
Okay, pace. What kind of pace scares you?
Pace. I don't know if pace really scares me because I think we can slow it down if we need to play in the half court, and I think we can speed it up if we need to. Pace really isn't something that scares me. It's more, I think, a tall, athletic 4 or tall, athletic wings is what we have trouble matching up against right now.
Give me the perfect coach that you're afraid to run into.
Tom Izzo. Just a guy that's been there, done that. Obviously this is not a team that's going to make the tournament, but a Jim Boeheim coach team where they play that matchup zone and they have all the taller, longer wings and all that. That type of team scares me. I know Syracuse isn't going to be a tournament team, but like a similar style to Jim Boeheim's kind of scares me. But yeah, a veteran coach right now because you got a guy like Chris Mack. Nothing against Chris Mack. He's young. Doesn't have as much experience as a guy like a Tom Izzo and hasn't been there and done that. And it could just be a guy like that who pulls out something from his bag of tricks. And we may have the better team, but they beat us.
Okay, let me ask you this. Would you rather run into a Big Ten heavy a Big Ten heavy bracket or an SEC heavy bracket?
I'd rather run into an SEC heavy bracket.
Okay. Yeah, I know that was kind of easy one. Like, I don't know. I liked Auburn the other night. I was impressed walking away from the Auburn Auburn Kentucky game.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I worry more so about round 2 games. I'll be honest with you. So where I'm coming from, this first little round,
you're gonna use that for an example.
With actual teams right now who are in that with, because I think what Brian said pretty much covered most of the style and because everything he said I think spot on. Pace doesn't bother me. I'm not worried about going up and down. I'm not worried about slowing it down. That doesn't bother me at all. Bigs, I agree with him. One of the
You're saying we can handle Biggs.
I think Biggs we can handle, but except when you get a real bruiser that's just like, that's willing to, it's like, dude, I'm going after it today. That would worry me, and I'll get to that with one of these teams here. Big, tall wings bother you, some things like that. But second round games scare me to death because when you get to the second weekend, you're going to have a couple upsets. So there's going to be a couple teams in there. At least one or two teams of the big dogs are going to get a game where you're like, whew, even though you never do that in the tournament, but it's still like, man, if we were going to play Michigan State or Vermont upset them.
Yeah.
It's like, man, thank God. So, but those second round games, you're playing teams that have 0 to lose. Seated where we're going to be seated.
Yeah, and are normally hot because they had to fight their way in.
Let me give you a couple. Just where you're at right now. They have Joe Lunardi just came out with bracketology about 20 minutes ago, the new one. So that's why I went ahead and used that one. Right now on the 7-10 line, 8-9 line, those are the lines I'm looking at. You're looking at a Rutgers. I'm not worried about Rutgers. I'll take Rutgers all day, every day in the second round. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't like Michigan because I don't like playing teams that have an emotional reason to beat you. A team you either beat before a Xavier who would have an emotional, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like that, but Michigan is up there at an 8 seed. In our bracket, in this one, he actually has Indiana and BYU as the 7-10 game ahead of us. Neither one of those really bother me as far as
Indiana? Emotional?
Not really. I mean, it's the local aspect of it, but the teams aren't emotional. They haven't played this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean more emotional on the teams. You look up at the top there, Wichita State or Arkansas, neither one of them would bother you. Now, here's where you start to get some. Ohio State, Texas Tech. I don't want to see the one of those in the second round. Ohio State's got a big physical big man in Weston that can play. I mean, they got guards that can play. I don't want to see a team like that in the second round. I don't want to see Texas Tech because they're a specialty. They're a defensive specialty. Even though I don't think they could beat us again.
I don't want to see them in the second round.
I don't want to see them in the second round. Right. Houston, Rhode Island. Not really a lot there that would bother me. Wisconsin. No, thank you. Just because that game could go either way. You could run them off the floor, or they could just muck it up and hit threes and beat you. USC, whatever. Illinois, don't particularly want to play them. Don't particularly want to play them in the second round.
Listen, I'm so glad we went down this road because now you realize you've just named all the matchups you're going to get in the second round.
I know.
And then you realize, I don't really want to play any of these
No,
guys.
that second round games, when you have a really good team, when I'm a 1 or a 2 seed, second round games scare me more than any game. Because Sweet 16 kind of resets. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to play a Seton Hall or Michigan State or something, but I got a whole week.
But I here's the thing. I love what you're saying. I love the path you're going down. But here's where I add the element, the fifth element, so to speak.
Okay.
Out of all the teams you named, you know what scares me out of those? When you say Wisconsin, when you say Ohio State, when you say, these names, I say bring them on if they got a name.
Yeah.
Rutgers, no thank you. Wichita's, no thank you. What we know about the team we have now
Yeah, it's fair.
is
That's a
if
good point.
they don't know your name, they don't come out ready to play.
Yeah. That's a good
Like
point.
I hate it. But the personality of this team, when they see a Duke in front of them,
Yeah.
think about that first half of that Duke. You know what you said? Where the hell has this team been?
Yeah.
That's the most aggressive team. Give me another big, like Florida State is not a big name team. Like the mentality of the reason I came to Louisville is because of the schedule.
Yeah.
So I know I was just as bad about that as anybody. You know what I'm saying? If I see the name and I grew up saying one day I'm gonna be on a field or a court with I said field. One day I'm gonna be able to play North Carolina, Georgetown. You know, I see them on the schedule. I want them. But you don't come here saying UNC Charlotte.
No. Yeah,
You know,
right.
And
That's a great point.
right.
Yeah,
So
I'm with
second round upset games.
Sure.
No, those teams that won a game to be here are the only one. Wisconsin in wherever.
Probably St. Louis or Cleveland, something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, Wisconsin and St. Louis, give me that. Isn't it crazy? I'd rather see
better team. That's
better names.
I'll defer a little bit to that point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Because like I said, anybody that you didn't come to college wanting to play against, will beat you.
Yeah.
And can you go back down the list of 7-8s? Because you can just kind of fire through them, and I'll identify them by names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll do the.
You didn't want Minnesota.
I know.
You're like,
I know.
ugh.
But that was a team that had an emotional thing.
Right.
I was like, well, I hate those games. Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'll take it.
USC.
I'll take it. USC is still USC college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that.
Illinois.
Ugh. That's why you don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
But Illinois too. My thing with that is they've got a really physical big man in Kofi. They've got a first round caliber pick in their wing guy. I'm not gonna try to say his
but that's
name.
what I'm saying. I don't want Illinois because I don't think about any Illinois university. It doesn't turn me on.
Right.
And I'm just like, we got Illinois second round in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll beat them and then we'll go. You know, no, you're gonna beat the brakes off you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna be ready. At Illinois, if they see Louisville on their line, they're like, Louisville's been top 5 all year. We got a chance to get them.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna be pumped.
Tex said, I just realized I'm scared of everyone.
Right.
Right. Well, in the tournament you are. You rarely see a tournament and go, oh man, you got a good draw.
How uncomfortable was that school we played against right before Michigan up in Indy?
Wait a minute. What school?
We played who did we play?
Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
Like you might have won by 20, but you left there like,
Listen,
oh my God.
When I'm a lower seed, if I'm 4 or below, I always feel like I'm like, oh man, I got a pretty good draw. You know, but when I'm a 1 or a 2, I'm like, yeah, y'all screwed us.
Y'all screwed?
Y'all screwed us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Stanford. I know that one's funky because they're a name, but it's like, yeah, but do you care about Stanford?
Yeah, no, you don't. Fresh Kimball did not come to the University of Louisville to play Stanford.
Right.
Repeat, Fresh Kimball did not come here to see Stanford on the schedule.
Ohio State.
Yes, because I want them.
Yep.
I want them. I'm pumped for them.
Yep.
All week we're talking about, ooh, they beat you. Ooh, it's Ohio State. You're pumped. Mm-hmm. We're a different team. And Coach Mack is in there like they mopped the floor with y'all. Like you lost by 20, and Mack is like it wasn't even that close. Mm-hmm. You lost by 15, it wasn't that close. They dominated. Basically got dominated the entire game.
Well, I think Texas Tech was my next team. I think that's who you're talking about.
No, Coach. When they talked about the closed scrimmage.
Oh yeah.
Coach Mack
absolutely.
said they pretty much dominated you guys.
Yeah.
You guys thought you were.
I forgot all about that close scrimmage. I forgot that was even a thing. No.
You forgot about that?
Yeah.
I thought you said you don't want any parts of Ohio State because
no,
of the open scrimmage.
I was just like, they do got players.
Yeah, man. I remember Max saying,
that's a great point.
We basically got dominated by that team. He's like, they thought they could come out here and just, roll the ball on the court
That's
and
a good point.
they wiped the floor with you.
Well, I stand corrected. Yeah. You're
So
100% right.
if I see Ohio State, I see my dudes locking. When they see that Ohio State in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just imagine you sitting in there sharpening your knife because they want that kill. I know they want that kill back.
That's even better. Yeah. So Texas Tech, same rinse and repeat, pretty much.
Yeah, the exact same. They bullied you. They beat you up real good.
You're gonna love this matchup. 7-10, Houston, Rhode Island. Would that bother you? I don't know though, man. See, part of me though with this team too is. They can also bust up these teams, though.
Houston, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
We're going to sit around. Listen, Steve, when you see Houston, Rhode Island winner, and then you're in the Sweet 16, you know what you go do? You go to Burger King. These young punks that wear my jersey of Louisville, when they see, okay, first we got to bust Jacksonville State.
Well, actually, it was UC Irvine.
Okay, we bust UC Irvine, right? And then we got Houston and who's the other? We got Houston. Then come on in here.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, is it? Okay, so we're just gonna do this right now, people. Yeah. Put a pause to all our conversation. Drew Dean is gonna join us. Okay. I am going to ask him on air. I'm going to ask Drew. On air, everything we've been wanting to know. Let me make sure I bring this up so I have.
It's more so what you want to know. I will say that.
Don't get scared now.
No, it is more so what you want to know.
Listen, if no other radio listener, call a friend to tell a friend to tune in for this next 2 minutes of radio.
Okay.
Drew Dina, can you hear me now?
Gotcha. You got me? All right.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Right.
Okay.
I've been summoned to the Maven chamber.
So, I got to ask the first question.
Okay.
Do you follow Adam Zagoria on Twitter from your burner?
I believe I do.
Okay.
I have to check.
So
I think so.
So, you're already one step in the red.
Okay.
Okay. I
do.
At some point, it has scrolled across your wall. Nike consultant testifies players were paid. Shoe company lawyer doesn't deny it. Now, that is the title, Drew. I want to know right now how many live on-air minutes you spent on this story.
0.
Do you work for Nike?
I do not work for
Have
Nike.
you been paid or coerced by Nike or any local media not to discuss this article?
No, and this is the first I'm hearing of this article.
You have the number 14 sports radio show in the nation, Drew. There is no way that you did not read an Adam Zagoria article that says, on Monday, the 4th day of trial, the consultant testified that Swoosh directed payments to families and handlers of high school basketball players, and a Nike attorney did not deny the company made payments of players, and there's no way.
Now, wait a minute. I thought this was a recent article. This is back when the trial was going on you're talking about.
No, this is the Avenatti trial that is going on right now.
Well, because Avenatti, I have now desensitized to Avenatti because he keeps promising something and then never delivers.
I know. This was my argument.
The delivery.
He's the boy who cried wolf.
So is Jose Canseco. Drew, they have it documented. Proved they have it documented. 20 in bank wire payments, which is wire fraud, payments to Melvin McDonald, DeAndre Ayton's handler, $30,000 to McDonald's, $15,000 to AAU coach, and Brandon McCoy's handler, $10,000 to Andrea Ayton, the mom, $5,000 in travel expenses to Ayton's family, $10,000 in cash to Ayton's mom, $10,000 to Sean Manning, McCoy's handler, and $2,500 to Manning. That's not a story, Drew, that you felt obligated to cover.
Now, this is Nike's lawyer saying this too. I will say it's not Avenatti.
All right, now I got to pay to read this article apparently, but I will. Again, he's sensitized me to because he's like, I got this, and then do you have it? Well,
no, but it's come out today, so
okay,
or it came out actually yesterday. Are you surprised that this is the 4th day of the trial started. You taught me long ago about the news dump. I've publicly acknowledged that was the most eye-opening experience of the Friday news dump because it was something I never thought of.
Oh,
Do you think it was intentional that the trial started on a Friday and we're on the 4th day on a Monday and all this is coming out?
I don't know how the pace of trials work, though, unfortunately.
Why has Pat Forty not jumped all over this? Is he paid by Nike?
Well, now, hang on. This just broke today, right?
No, yesterday.
Oh, okay. What's Avenatti? I will discuss it tomorrow. I'll read this now. I just don't believe anything he says.
So we can't confirm.
I mean, I want to believe everything he says, but then he says, I got this, and then it's really vague, doesn't deliver. It's more sizzle than steak. I need to have some steak from him and not just the sizzle.
But your desensitization is the number one reason that if this came across your wall, you didn't jump all over
I'd say, it's Avenatti running his mouth again and not being able to deliver.
And you can confirm that you have not been coerced and not have been bullied by the media, and you don't work for Nike.
I don't. In fact, I'm getting ready to do a refinance of my home loan, and I have to disclose my income documents, and you will not find a 1099 or W-2 or any wire transactions from any swoosh.
Fair enough.
The story is from the I was going to say Charlotte Observer. It is from the News and Observer.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Adam Zagoria. So if you follow Adam Zagoria, he posted it. It's a great read.
I'll find it
right now. It's a trial, eye-opening. Oh my God, I can't believe. And not once have I seen it on the bottom line. It's the confirmation of the whole Nike grassroots program in black and white, and it's not being mentioned.
Well, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I mean, all that, and at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want. And I don't know why we wasted 22 minutes talking about it earlier, because at the end of the day, they've got who they've got.
And it's like the nation yawns. It goes, oh, yeah, of course, everybody knows they're getting paid. It's like the nation yawns. I know.
That's exactly
I don't,
what I'm saying.
We can talk about how things should be or how they are. I mean, I agree. They should be.
I'm a fighter.
Right? Louisville was the ultimate ticker victim for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And now they don't have a target, the ticker. Yeah.
Okay. Tell Brian to play us out. I appreciate the time.
Fair enough. I'm just saying that's
you were totally ready to bail out of that conversation.
Rinse and repeat,
from the
man.
beginning.
Rinse and repeat. Like I said, I mean, the one thing I will say is the reason why this one does carry a little more weight is it's not necessarily Avenatti saying it. This one's actually a Nike representative saying it. That is a little different. That's something Drew will get once he gets into reading the article. It's not a conversation I have to drive home while we're talking, but like you'll see that once you read it.
their personal productions. I like that.
I can't find the name at this.
Again,
very
we encourage that. So anybody who does some music producing on the side, send us your instrumentals, preferably nothing with voices. But if you got a good instrumental, send it over to Brian H at ESPNLouisville.com. I'll play it out of break.
And don't be trying to get it don't get it copyrighted after you send it to us. Hey man, maybe they're using my stuff.
Yeah, only non-copyright stuff. Okay.
I thought you meant beats. I was like, well, tell them they can keep them. It's like, tell them to lose our address.
What is your problem, Steve? Have you not let go of that?
No. I spent way too much money for those things just to be cracking and breaking, and the sound quality's great.
You throw them around all the time.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen?
Because they started dying. I'm like, these are plug-in beats that need to be charged. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So,
isn't it like an either or? You can be wireless or wired.
No, not those. So anyways, move on. I'm a Bose guy. Moving on to Bose. The sound quality's great. That's what made me so mad. Like, they sound awesome. The beats sound awesome. I love the sound though. It's just the only thing good about them is the speaker. So, anyways, tomorrow night,
wait, before you hit that, Texas says beats are trash.
I agree.
Did I put too much pressure on Drew on that segment?
No. Oh, no. You put more pressure on Brian Hall. Hey, man, dig a tunnel in there and get him out of the meeting. Like,
let me go into the meeting real quick and just pull.
Yeah,
the
listen. I mean, how important could the survival of the station be? Like, you know, the life, like all the advertisers and the lifeblood of the station.
I know. I was like, dang, man.
There was nothing more important than me asking why Drew didn't talk about that story. So I'm glad people got to see live on air how serious I take this. So by the way, people, I got a meeting with Drew after the show.
Yeah. So middays with Steve and Brian. Be fun.
Have fun.
I know. Tomorrow night, Louisville basketball's back in action. The Cards taking on Wake Forest at 9 o'clock. So our pregame show live at Al J's. We'll be there tomorrow night starting at 8 o'clock, and that'll be on all ESPN Louisville stations. Then immediately after the game will be the Coors Light post-game show. We'll be the first place in town to take all your calls here live from Mac, Player Sound, and more. We'll be back over at Al J's again. So late game. Look, if you're out at the game that late, you've already made plans with the kids and all that stuff. So, somebody's watching the kids,
right?
Or the kids are at home with the husband or home with the wife, whoever's going out that night, more than likely. So stop by Al J's, man. See what's up. Grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Just say, hey, what's going on?
Okay, we're not gonna get into like pre-game mode or Hexter. I did not. Omaha abort.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay.
I didn't like Joker.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
I knew what they were trying to do. Have you seen it?
Most of it.
Yeah. It was very slow developing. It was underacted. It was under storylined.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like it.
I think that there was I did like that there was a realness to it, that like this guy is just ill.
Yeah.
And you look into and you start to hear and you're like, they did a good job at making you go, man, poor guy. And then 3 minutes later, you're like, oh, this guy's just evil. And then you're like, yeah, but man, poor guy.
Yeah,
I didn't like, and maybe
that's what it was.
Maybe it's good. Listen, maybe we're both wrong. Maybe they did an excellent job, but I didn't like how real it made it feel. I was kind of man, I can like see crimes like this where you're like,
to me that was just like a mental illness a dialogue.
I know.
Diary.
And you're like, guy went crazy, but like in the story, I'm saying in the movie Joker, so but you're like, man, the guy went crazy, but then he was taken by this woman who he thought was his mom, and she allowed.
Yeah, it was just you had a textbook.
people to do bad things to him. It's like, man, you're kind of like,
you had a textbook storyline on how mental illness is developed.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's why. But maybe that's what that's what the movie meant to do. So I guess maybe it's a classic. Just
yeah,
I'm like, no, I'd rather see him just like, oh no, he fell in acid and he turned into the Joker. You know
the original Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I used to be a good guy, and then I realized I ain't got nothing to lose. So comedy is my way. Life is funny. Yeah. Yeah, just like I didn't need.
Yeah, and
I didn't
he
need
just
that.
went crazy. He was just a bad guy. You know, it's
Right.
like, man,
I start off good and
Yeah.
bad luck, and
I was like, man, this dude, poor guy.
I know.
God, I see how he got to where he got. I mean,
Right, but
it's a terrible conversation. Actually starting to feel bad again.
No, again, the conversation came up because I posted last night that I was watching it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was my feels on the movie. Can't believe we're doing Joker breakdowns. I lost my whole train of thought.
That's fair. I'd rather talk about the Joker than Nike. So, I'm okay with it. I'm perfectly okay with it.
Nike will turn me into the Joker.
No.
Nike's gonna turn me into the Joker.
Oh man.
Right?
Yeah.
As I'm watching the Cowboys run up and down the field on Dallas or on Detroit.
Super Bowl champs next year. Dallas, that is. I didn't know if I needed to clear that up.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, Dallas.
Biggest turnaround in history is coming from the Detroit Lions. Let's go Lions. Okay. Did we clean up? Did we put a bow tie on the type of thing? Okay, what did we confirm from the segment of what teams scare you? What is your perfect team that you don't want to play? Now, my biggest thing is I don't want no names.
Okay.
That's probably my personal number one thing. I don't want no name teams because I don't think this team respects no name teams.
And I think I definitely hear your argument and respectively say, yeah, give me the less talented team. You know, so I mean, like, there's two.
So
different
the no
paths of
name
thought.
teams are less talented.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most.
I mean, you're making that assumption.
Yeah, because like Texter said something about a Lamar Odom type player being on one of those teams, and stuff like that. Like you do always worry about that, but the only thing is, a lot of times when those teams have a player that good, like an Obi Toppin or something, well, they find their way into the news. Like I haven't heard about Rhode Island. That doesn't, like Steph Curry found his way into the news. Obi Toppin finding his way into the news. So I don't mind necessarily some of those teams. That's like,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Even Wichita.
Because like Obi Toppin is not running through Louisville.
Right. But there'll be a 2. See, that's 2 or 1. Like,
yeah,
man, I mean, if I would feel terrible at how if I'm sitting there on Selection Sunday, man, and they say the number 1 seed, Dayton in Indy, the number 2 seed, the Louisville Cardinals, the stupid smirk that would come across my face, I would be like, you're setting yourself up for a huge failure here, Steve. Like, because I would be like, babe, go ahead and cancel that Orlando WrestleMania trip.
If you saw Dayton,
we're gonna be heading to Indy, or we're gonna be heading to Atlanta.
But you see what I'm saying?
I know.
That was my original point. That smirk over Dayton.
I know.
And I know what you're saying by less talented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just they're not gonna have anybody come off the bench that can do anything, or they shouldn't, unless the coach is that good.
Yeah, sure, but to your credit, if I do that, I think the whole city does that.
I'm not worried about losing to Kenneth Faried either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those guys make their way into the news. See, and I think that's what the texter's saying.
Mm-hmm.
John Morant, Kenneth Faried, those guys. Those guys by the time you get there.
Yeah, so they're not going to catch you off guard
nationally.
Yeah,
I don't think Moorhead caught us off guard that year. I think if Preston Knowles doesn't get hurt, you win a closer game that you're like, hey, yeah, Moorhead came to play. And Louisville ends up pulling away, and they win that game by 10 or whatever, and you're like, whew, got out of that one, but we got out of that one.
Yep.
And you go to the Sweet 16 to play Kansas because Richmond got beat an hour later. Or Richmond won, beat Vandy, and you would have played the 12 seed Richmond in the second round. So Anyways, but yeah, it's one of those things, man. That I just say those guys find their way out there. Some of these other teams, man, Rhode Island.
Yeah, I just need to see you coming.
Yeah, man.
Texter says, of course, this is a question, but would you take UK? Have you changed? Because earlier you would not have taken UK because you said you don't want to risk losing with this team to UK twice.
Yeah,
and UK they'll be just as pumped to play you again as they were the first time.
I probably would this year. I mean, of course, again, that's another emotional game, but I also like my team too, and I think my team knows they let one slip there. So if I'm going to get them in the tournament, you got to exercise the demon eventually.
To me, Cal is the kind of coach that scares me because they run on confidence.
Mm-hmm.
They run on confidence.
Sure.
That confidence is their lifeblood.
Okay, let me ask you a question while you're getting to confidence real quick, because I think I was going to ask you this real quick before we fall down that UK track too far. If you're in St. Louis, is it important in the first couple rounds how many fans get out there? Because if that team hotel is packed and you're feeling the vibe, the rowdiness of, man, no, this is big. Like, I think this team rallies around that too.
No. I 100% feel the opposite.
Okay.
Again, I said this to you early on when I got mad at you for bringing up bracketology in December. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I said, send them as far away as possible.
Okay.
And this is before the 8-game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
I said, send them out to California, send them far away. Because of just that.
Okay. Yeah.
If your hotel is packed with Louisville fans in St. Louis, and we're all moseying around those nice hotels.
Yeah.
And then, you see Steve going down there to get a soda, and Sam just wandering in and out of the hotel, or the guys come back to the hotel after a practice. And they come back because it's 8 o'clock. They had a nighttime practice or nighttime shoot around or something, right?
Yeah.
And we do the so we feel like we're at home in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
The players feel like we're the hunted or we're the dominant team.
Yeah,
I just can see an air of overconfidence because they didn't get this experience. Think about this. These are the juniors on this team, the seniors on this team. Minnesota, you didn't have anybody out there you're out there by yourself. You don't have a fan base out there. They don't know what it's like to be in an indie hotel. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it's like to take over a tournament town, right? Mm-hmm. And I just think that I don't want those guys walking through those hotels.
Well, let me terrify you, Mr. Maben. Because out here on these streets, these Louisville fans are hungry for March.
I agree.
They're going to have to get over that because there's going to be a lot of people wherever they go.
Iowa?
This year, yes. This year, I think Louisville fans are budgeting
because of your North
NCAA
Carolina State situation. You may be right.
I just think that this Louisville fan base is like,
so it doesn't matter. Cleveland, St. Louis,
name it,
New York.
We're gonna put some people in there,
and the players got to get over it.
And y'all 40-some thousand, guaranteed. I mean, I hope you have tickets for the other 3 teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's going to be red to the top in there. So, I mean, you're going to have I think the Garden would be close to the same. Louisville bring more people to the regional tournament than they ever brought to the Big East tournament. It will be packed in there with Louisville fans this year.
As a 3 seed, would it be the same?
Yes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Because you have a shot. We're not stupid. We're the smartest fan base in America. I say that all the time. We know we got a shot. We know when our team's got a shot. Seed be dang. We know we got a shot. You know what I'm saying? So a 1 seed, a 2 seed, or a 3 seed, I can win it from any of those. Heck, I can win it from a 4. Like, I mean, we've watched Louisville make the Final Four multiple times as a 4. So twice in the last 20 years. It should have been 3 times if they hadn't pissed on their leg against Michigan State. Just hit another free throw.
I know. I tell you what, people, we got.
It's so unfair because at the time I was like, "Just hit one, Mango. Just hit one, baby." He hit one. I'm like, "Yes." And then he missed the second one, and I'm like, "God, you cost us everything, dude." What did it cost? Everything.
I'll tell you what, we got to do our last reset. Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150-939 is the number on 939 the Ville.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529. Office is Louisville.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Results may vary. See website for details. 2020 is here, and so is finally having 2020 vision. Now is the time to get your free LASIK exam at Jaffe LASIK to see if LASIK is right for you. LASIK can be a life changer, literally giving you 2020 vision in minutes. Don't wait any longer because it's by far the best time to see if LASIK can work for you. That's right. If you're looking for LASIK in Louisville, Jaffe Custom LASIK has advanced custom LASIK technology. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye. Jaffe is the choice for fast, easy, and affordable LASIK. Jaffe LASIK can correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye in Louisville. Start your 2020 with 2020 vision. Schedule your free LASIK exam today to see if LASIK is right for you. Dial *2020 or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Call and schedule your free LASIK exam. Just dial *2020 on your mobile phone now or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Dial *2020. The exam is absolutely free. Just dial *2020 on your mobile phone now. That's *2020. Dial *2020.
Hey, U of L fans, this is Zach here from Great Flow Brewing Company. I'm happy to announce that our new restaurant out on Shelbyville Road is now open and ready for business. We hope you can stop by for lunch after 11 and for our happy hours from 2 to 6. We also offer late night menu with nice specials. Hope to see you out there soon. Go Cards.
Hey guys, Blue Halo Med Spa has a Valentine's Day special right now. Buy a $100 gift card and get a $20 bonus card and a box of chocolates for free. Call Blue Halo at 690-6029 or stop by 804 Old Bardstown Road, just off the Gene Snyder Freeway. Blue Halo Med Spa has a Valentine's Day special right now. Buy a $100 gift card and get a $20 bonus card and a box of chocolates for free. Call Blue Halo at 690-6029 or stop by 804 Old Bardstown Road, just off the Gene Snyder Freeway.
Thinking of going to the big game or concert? Well, head over to GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Save money on fees today so you have more for that beer tomorrow. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. 20. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Hey, U of L fans, this is Zach here from Great Flow Brewing Company. I'm happy to announce that our new restaurant out on Shelbyville Road is now open and ready for business. We hope you can stop by for lunch after 11 and for our happy hours from 2 to 6.
Genesis Diamonds makes Valentine's more romantic than ever this year with a spectacular offer. Just spend as little as $199 on a fabulous piece of jewelry, and we'll give you fresh cut flowers, a box of chocolate, and a fabulous dinner absolutely free. This is an offer only Genesis Diamonds can make. Just buy any jewelry for $199 or more, and we'll give you some fresh cut flowers from Nan's and Craft Florists, a box of chocolates, and a gift card for her dinner at Louisville's exquisite French restaurant Brasserie Provence on Hurstbourne Parkway. Voted best dinner spot. And you're going to love the collection of affordable Valentine's gifts we've put together. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, all the gifts women love. Make Valentine's one to remember this year with one-stop shopping. Pick out that perfect gift at Genesis Diamonds. Spend as little as $199 and we'll give you the flowers, the chocolates, and the Brasserie Provence gift card at no charge. Our treat. Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's. Supplies limited. See store for details.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
What's up? Let me find it. I know I have it. You sent it to me?
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Now, this is not pre-game talk. This is not pre-game day. But it's unavoidable. You have a Wake Forest on the horizon. You, first and foremost, cannot have any quote-unquote letdowns. I know this is one of those, Steve, that I'll play your game on this one.
Okay.
I don't think Wake Forest can beat us.
Right. I would agree.
And I really can't come up with a scenario. And it's not Wake Forest centric. It's where we are as a team, attitude-wise.
Yeah.
I think they're mature enough not to be able to get beat by Wake Forest.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit of both, though. I do think it's a little Wake Forest centric, and it's a combination of. And when I make statements like what you just made, it's usually because it is a little bit of both. Because it's like, look, the level I'm playing at, and the level they're playing at right now. Even though, who did they just caught somebody, Clemson, pretty good their last game. But I don't think Clemson's very good. I just don't. I said that, but look, to be fair, I said that the day of the Clemson game before I was like, look, I know they beat Duke, I know all that, but man, you look at everything else they've done, it is not good. It looks like Duke just wet themselves that day, like bad. But I just, I really, this game is what you just said. Just no step backs. Don't play with it. Oh, just.
Okay, what did you expect to hear out of Coach Mack today? Like, because here's the thing, he doesn't strike you as a guy. Like I said, he'll have some dangers of Wake Forest. He'll give you two players that you really have to watch out for. He'll give you the two players, and he'll give you what level is the team playing at right now.
Yep.
Right. What else do you expect to hear? Do you expect him to be asked about lineup changes?
No, I think we're over that for the moment. You're especially with Fresh coming off a decent game. I think you ride what you got right now. I said that last week. I'm stick with it. I think you just keep the lineup that you have. Things are working. Regardless of if we think this or that. You are. Even to the Aiden point, I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and he's been big on he's been, we're winning by 20, and he's texting me complaining about Aiden Agahan not playing, which I understand. But I'm kind of even with that. I'm just off of it. I'm like, hey, look, that's fine. But next year when he needs to play 25, he better be ready. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if I say that. It
sounded so threatening, didn't it?
I hope it did. No, but just as a fan,
right.
you're just like, look, Mac, Coach Mac, I trust you that he'll be ready to go next year when we need him for 2025 or more, depending on what Malik does when it's all said and done.
Or you get a grad transfer.
Yeah, or you do that. So I just think that I'm good with the rotation. at this point. Let's see where it goes.
Oh, minutes wise.
Yeah, minutes wise. Yeah, I think the minutes are good. I mean, the last
how
game,
much of that is result of the 20-point lead? Because again, going into the game, you were kind of still got to see David more. You want to see David sooner. Some of these starts that we thought were hot starts are starting to look less like good starts.
Yeah.
They're kind of established back and forth. Because you got to think the game before that, we were saying that it wasn't a good start. We just hit some shots. Darius hit some shots.
Here's what we all had to admit, though, where we're saying, man, other teams are starting so good. Yeah, but you're still in it after that start's over.
When you get to your Davids.
Yeah, and
Ryan.
that's where I'm starting to credit the starting lineup a little more than I was before. Where before
So you're saying like opponents are coming out hot, but you're answering the bell early.
You're finding a way to be in the game. Whereas I was going, Steve Rummage was saying, man, these teams are starting out hot, and now they're hot.
Yeah,
and it's like
Texas says you haven't lost with the starting lineup.
Right. I mean, and in my opinion, look, I'm saying that, but I'm like, yeah, but if the starting lineup, maybe Coach Mack knows, and if this starting lineup isn't in, maybe you're down 12. As opposed to I'm complaining because I'm like, man, it's a 1-point game. We let Georgia Tech get hot. It's a 1-point game. Well, it's like, yeah, but I mean, you look up and all of a sudden you're like, hey, it's 15-14. Like, dang.
And they're long, and they're long games. Like you forget how long they are. And it's like, again, I don't know what kind of conditioning David Johnson is like. Because here's the thing, I found myself laughing, and those of you who watched the game watch from last time, like you could see David on his third, drive to the basket. I mean, the seas parted for him.
Yeah.
And he didn't even attempt to load up like he wanted to dunk the basketball.
Yeah.
And early on, anytime he got in that lane, like you could tell his intentions were to dunk the basketball.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to that,
Yes.
Like I said, I knew last game was the first game he was going to have to play with a sore body.
I know.
You've been playing 3 or 4 games in a row. Now you got to practice sore. So that backs me off the early minutes for him as well.
Now, what I will get back to is I don't think you got to start second half the same way. I still don't think
that's another thing, though. I don't want him running out of gas at the 6-minute mark.
No, I agree. But, I mean, I think Fresh is capable of playing.
Alex, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I agree with you. I think now that Malik Williams and David, ever since Mack has inserted Malik Williams and a healthy Malik Williams and David Johnson into the lineup, it just took a couple of games for us to get in rhythm. So now that we're in rhythm, I think we're mature. I think we are mature enough in age, also in experience that I think we can go on a nice little run up until we meet Florida State, because we look good, honestly.
Let me ask you this: who plays together better, David and Malik, or David and Steve?
I think, honestly and truly, I think David and Malik right now, because Steve, I don't know what it is. Steve's been playing good, but he just looks a little flat-footed, just a little bit, like he's not. And Malik is, he's all over the place, waving his arms everywhere. He's more like. He cuts to the basket a lot better to me than Steve does. In my honest opinion, you guys are the professionals, but just me watching as a fan, I think Malik plays better with David. And I watched that Clemson and Wake Forest game. I don't know if y'all watched it, but I watched it because I just wanted to see what Wake Forest looked like. Y'all know it took them 6 minutes to score a bucket. Like, nobody's talked about that. They were like throwing up air balls and bricks. It was hilarious.
You mean Wake Forest?
Yeah, Wake Forest and Clemson. Like it was probably like, I'm exaggerating it, but it was probably 12 minutes into the game and it was 0-0 because they couldn't get a bucket. So I'm about to be honest. I think this Louisville team is going to go in here, and I think we're going to take care of business. The only honestly and truly on game I'm really worried about is at home at Virginia. That's only because that Virginia monkey is on our back real bad. And I'm hoping, but I think this team is mature enough and talented enough to beat them. So thank you, guys. I'll listen.
No, I appreciate the call. Two questions. I want you to answer that. Who plays better together, David and Malik or David and Steven?
Probably David and Malik. so far.
Why?
Because I haven't really saw. Have you saw Dave and Steve really hook up on anything?
The alley oop.
Yeah. Was that David that threw that?
Mm-hmm.
Probably first one.
Yeah, he threw it too high on 2 other occasions.
Yeah.
David, like David has tried. Is it because just Malik is a natural roller?
Probably, and you don't really throw a lot of passes to Malik. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's like Malik's in the game. A lot of times you don't do a lot of the, but I mean, David's found him a few times on the penetrate and just kind of dish off. I just remember more. I'm strictly going on. I remember more times David hit Malik than I do Steve. So I would just say probably that. And I think that David's so offensive minded.
You think Malik reads the pick and roll better?
A little bit better, yeah. And I think that Malik's so defensive minded that when Malik's on the floor, it almost takes one offensive guy away. So now David's not really like, I don't really get hit my big man. If that makes sense. I know it sounds silly.
When Malik is out there.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't really have to worry about getting it to my big man because Steve's more of the post up, give him the ball, let him go make a move. And David's more at that point. It's like, okay, it narrows it down a little bit. Like, okay, I know where I take it. I got Jordan, you know what I'm saying? I got Darius over here, Sam, Dwayne. I think it's a little bit that would be my. That's not a Steve and Malik or who's better type conversation.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say them.
And your big okay. This is another question I wanted to ask you in particular, personnel wise. Sam Williamson. Is that going to be a 50-50 split with Dwayne?
Not 50-50, but I think it will get closer to 70-30, 60-40-ish.
Whose minutes is Sam taking in your opinion? Any wing?
Darius, Ryan.
Do they sub in Sam for Darius?
Well, no, but
because Max said Sam's never played the 2.
Right, but that still could. You go in there, you bump Dwayne up.
Okay.
Now Sam's playing, so it may not necessarily be taking Dwayne's minutes. But I think Dwayne, Sam, Ryan.
So you think?
I'm sorry, Dwayne, Darius, Ryan.
So Sam doesn't play less than 20 minutes anymore.
Probably no less than 17. Probably not less than 17 from here on out, because he seems to really like Sam. And I told you yesterday, shout out to Chris Hatfield. He does a great job at putting those lineups together in the plus minus. You pull up that plus, their best pluses since Notre Dame, Sam's in one of the 2 every game. Now, you can say, yeah, but Steve, I mean, that may just be by chance that he was in there when Ryan was hitting threes or something. Maybe it is. But for whatever reason, things are happening when he's on the floor. So I can't deny that.
Okay, well, this is always a flowing conversation. What is your best lineup?
Your best lineup.
And just end game, then not starting, not factoring. What's your top 5? Brian, I want to ask you that right now too. Just judging off how we've been playing, who is your best lineup on the floor right now? Top 5. Game's 2 minutes left. You don't get any substitutions. Give me your 5 you want on the court.
Okay, David.
Wait, let Brian.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Oh, I thought.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Let Brian get some airtime.
You go ahead, Brian.
It's okay. All right, so the big man is 50-50 on me. I'm having the biggest debate between Enoch and Williams.
One day I'm going to throw a rock.
Okay, I'll take
I'm going to throw a
Williams.
brick through the window
Williams.
when Brian
Right,
says it's 50-50.
Okay. All right, so we'll go there. Then I'll go Dwayne Sutton.
So you did go Malik?
Sorry,
You
what?
start off going.
I'm going to go Malik. I'm going to go Dwayne Sutton. I'm going to go Jordan Wara. I'm going to go David Johnson. And then currently, right now,
now.
after the North Carolina State game,
Yep.
I think you got to throw, for the temporary time being, Ron McMahon in there. But I think that's the spot that could be up for grabs with a Darius Perry or a fresh Kimball possibly sliding in there, or a Samuel Williamson if he continues to improve.
Okay.
Fair. 100% agree. David Johnson, Ryan McMahon, Dwayne Sutton, Jordan Wara, and Malik Williams.
And
I 1,000% agree with everything he said.
And Ryan is your biggest.
No, down the stretch, even in the tournament, man. Down the stretch in the tournament, that dude, his free throws. Do you know who's in every lineup that Chris Hatfield posted?
Ryan.
So you're getting at some point, Steve can get
Isn't that
mad,
crazy?
and Steve can yell at Ryan, and Steve can say Ryan can't play, and Steve's like, I'm mad at Ryan. You didn't catch the ball. But Ryan McMahon's in there when we're scoring our best.
People want to say, oh, he can't play defense. Oh, he's slow. All he does is shoot. But then again, when he's doing something on the court that's helping us win.
I know. So
Fresh David
Mm-hmm.
right now for me. 2 minutes to go in the game. Fresh David, Malik Jordan. I'm on the fence about Dwayne and Sam right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, Sam has been in there, man.
You know what's bothering me? Dwayne is missing free throws.
Yes, big time.
He's missing free throws. He's missing free throws, and I think he's fouling or he's getting blocked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but he has come up with some offensive rebounds and some big clutch offensive rebounds.
Right.
I might barely put Dwayne in there over Sam, but just barely.
Mm-hmm.
Put it this way: I wouldn't yell at Coach if Sam was in there.
Right.
And who's a better ball handler? I think Dwayne's a better ball. No, Sam is a better ball handler.
Probably
Yep.
Sam. Yeah.
Yep. So when I put it together, right now, Sam and his free throws. Sam, who made the decision to take the ball back out, like I think Dwayne shoots that one.
Yeah.
Because Coach Mack is telling him, get lost in the game. You think you can hit it, take it. You know how Dwayne shoots the big shot. Like he hits the big shot, but I need you not to shoot that right now.
Right.
You know, with 2 minutes to go. So as I'm breaking it down, I might go Sam.
Yeah.
Ball handling. Now, of course, this is all fluid. It's all subject to change. I might go Fresh. Fresh has been hitting big 3-pointers. He has been hitting really big 3-pointers.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get any offensive production out of him. Yeah, I might go Fresh David. I don't. Has David made it to a clutch position yet? David might not belong in that one yet.
You might not. I mean, I could argue Fresh and Ryan.
I said Ryan,
Fresh
and Ryan.
Yeah. No, I could argue that down the stretch. Looking back, I pulled up Chris Hatfield's tweet here. You can follow him. You know, like Chris Hatfield. Hey, I mean, I'm looking. I mean, against Duke, you know, you got plus 11. David Johnson, Ryan McMahon, Sutton, Warren Williams.
I think I'm gonna get a good shot with David, and I don't see him blowing no assignments and stuff.
I know. Against Miami, Perry, McMahon, Sutton, Warren Williams.
And he's not gonna turn over the basketball against the press.
Listen, against Notre Dame, Kimball, McMahon, Sutton, Warren Williams. I'm starting to get a little
patterny.
Yeah. Georgia Tech, Kimball, McMahon, Sutton, Warren Williams.
Kimball, McMahon, Sutton, Warren Williams.
Clemson, Kimball, Perry, Sutton, Warren, Enoch.
Say that again.
Kimball, Perry, Sutton, Warren, Enoch against Clemson.
That was the highest.
Plus 10 in 8 minutes and 50 seconds played together. So that's a good chunk. I mean, that's
the fourth of the game.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these are 4 minutes and 4, 5, 5. You know, so, I mean, 8 minutes together. That's a decent little chunk.
Is Sutton in most of these?
Sutton's in. He did the top 2 for each game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This was Miami through Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
So this didn't count Boston College or NC State. Sutton is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now Sutton's in every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sutton's in every one but one against Miami. And that group only played together for a minute.
But Sutton
and 11.
plays the whole time anyway. Like
yeah.
This was the first game that he didn't play was NC State.
Mm-hmm.
You know, And again, I'm not talking about the whole game. I'm just like, 2 minutes to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big play, big possession. Experience wise, I would give Sutton the edge.
The best lineups against NC State were Johnson, McMahon, Williamson, Wara, Enoch, Kimball, McMahon, Williamson, Wara, Enoch.
Yeah, that's unfair though, because he was in foul trouble and they were screwing him. They were killing Dwayne.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, nobody's giving him beef for.
Yeah, I think my point was more of kudos to Sam.
Yeah.
Making himself a viable option
Mm-hmm.
when Dwayne Sutton's not having his best games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but still, of course, yeah, like Dwayne's. I didn't see that, Brian. Sorry about that. Philly Call, thanks for joining us on 93.9. I don't want to hear any Wayne Sutton conversation. What's on your mind?
Look, we almost made it out the full 2 hours, and I wasn't going to say a word. Then we got to the last 15 minutes, and you're going to say every lineup that they text you and came in, all of them had Sutton in the lineup, Marcus. How could yours even be debatable?
Yeah, because if you leave Sutton in the game for 36 minutes every game, one of the numbers are going to make the lineup the best lineup, because there's no opportunity for it to be any other lineup.
But here's the thing: you can't name one other player that gives you that 110% every single night.
Yeah, but you hear
whether he's having a bad night.
You hear how that sounds though. Okay, if you say Sam Williamson is a better free throw shooter, is a better 3-point shooter, is a better
Is he a better defender?
No, wait a minute. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I say Sam, and if we have 7 categories and Sam is better in 4 out of the 7 categories, but Dwayne gives 110%, it's like, how does that sound?
But see, here's the thing: with the team that they have around him, he's not a better rebounder and he's not a better defender. So how do you not? Yeah, I mean, Marcus, that should have been a no-brainer. Him on the floor, he's a better defender and a better rebounder.
He plays hard.
Yeah. But like I said, your whole text line, everybody that texted in had Sutton in the lineup. Everybody.
I don't know about that. Unless you were bombarding the text line. No, but okay. But here's the thing: it's you. What do you think, Sam? Because here's the thing: when you have this debate, what does Sam do better than Dwayne in your mind?
Maybe shoot. Maybe shoot.
So he's a better shooter all around.
He maybe shoot. Yeah. Maybe shoot.
You sound
that's it.
You sound
That's
so
it.
defeated
That's
saying
it.
it. You don't think he's a better
That's
ball
it.
handler? You don't think he's a better passer and decision maker?
No, I ain't going for that one, Marcus. Now you trying to rope me on in. I give him the shot, but far as, decision maker, and no, I ain't going for that one, Marcus. I don't think nobody in Card Nation will go for that one.
You don't think Sam Williamson beats a full court press easier with the ball?
Why would he be the person with Johnson and Perry and Prescott?
Because full court press
be the person that be breaking the full court press?
Because you need good passers. You need to turn a press into offense quicker.
So in your mind, you're saying that you think he's a better passer than Dwayne Sutton?
Yeah, I think he's a better passer than Dwayne Sutton.
I'm about to wreck the car. Okay. Okay, I'm about to wreck my car.
Listen, I appreciate the call. I'll ask Steve right now. Do you think he's a better passer?
It's close. It's close.
Okay, well, even if we call it 50-50, a wash, Sam Williamson has played 8 games, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be 50-50.
Listen, I'll play that game. Dwayne plays a ton more minutes, but I mean, look,
when you look at when we see the wraparound pass that he does to and see, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sold on this point. You know what I'm saying? To Philly Call's point, like I'm not dug in on Sam.
I don't think Dwayne's like this great passer or anything. I mean, by any stretch of the imagination. But
okay, if our big men, are having a good hands night, right?
Stop making me agree with Philly Carl.
No, listen. And like I said, I'm not dug in against him. I'm just saying it's too close for my comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's, Dwayne needs to be a better, better contributor. More.
I do think Sam's I know it's going to sound silly, but I do think Sam's a better pure rebounder. I just think Dwayne has to go get it. That's the difference.
Sam has got some turnovers on his books that he shouldn't have.
That's fair.
Off of great passes.
That's fair.
Offensively, we watched him in McDonald's. We watched him go through the whole circuit. We were like, this dude, even in the USA thing, they were like, he's the best passer here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He reads the game better than anybody. So it's no shade. Like, it's not shaded at Dwayne.
I know.
It's a McDonald's All-American 6'7" forward, top 15 in the country.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But when I read that plus minus and I finish all of them with Sutton Ward Williams, Sutton Ward Williams, Sutton Ward Williams.
Hey,
I'm
Billy
like,
Reed,
I know.
All analytic guy now?
Yeah, yes. And I watched Dwayne against Notre Dame, bang the three. I watched him against Pittsburgh, knock down the three. It's like, yeah, I'm taking my guy.
And how funny is this? We've spent the last 3 years begging for Dwayne to play all the minutes.
I know.
You bring Sam in, he plays 8 games. You're like,
I'm
I don't know.
Yeah, look, I like arguing with Philly Carl, and every time I see his name come up, I'm like, oh yeah, all right, let me try to come up with a counterpoint here. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna stay out of this one.
Yeah, so when it comes down to it, it's like, could you imagine?
Somebody said,
Could
did
you
Philly
imagine?
Carl say 50-50? Somebody said you can't be jumping on Brian and give Philly Carl a pass. He was out here saying 50-50.
I think I said it.
Or you said
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
there you
I'm-
go, Brian.
But I'm not known
Marcus
for being
said
50-50.
50. On what? On the Malik and Steven Enoch?
No, on Dwayne versus Dwayne's ball handling.
Moments
versus,
after chastising you for.
No, Brian's the king of the 50-50.
Yeah.
Brian does do the 50-50.
Yeah, but you can't give me hell and then turn around and do it.
Yes, I can't. I'm not the king of 50-50. I occasionally
Brian does
say
do the
it's
50-50.
a wash. Every
Brian's
once
like,
in a while.
I don't know, 50-50. Brian, you going to get up today? It's really 50-50. I don't know, because I
If my
could
eyes
stay
open.
here and I could go.
By the way, those who want to hear a little more, quote unquote, middays with Marcus Maben, I will be on 680. I will.
Oh,
be
you
doing,
can Nike it the hell up over on 680.